Greetings, welcome. This is abbreviated asana. Before we start, I want you to deepen your awareness and tune in to the signals that your body might give you during our practice to back off or stop. Some of those signals can be crunchy movements in the vertebrae. You can hear sounds of crackling or rough movement. So those are indicators that you need to back off and maybe slow down. So we're seeking smooth movement here as we hydrate the joints and help our body to feel a little bit more energy to get through our workday. This is called Tech Neck Reset and Self Hug Love. Join me. We're going to start by tapping on the back of the neck and shoulders and skull. And while we do that, we're going to self-palpate the bony structures in the back of the head. So you'll just start, what I like to do is lean my shoulders, the elbows on my desk here. And I'm just going to start by feeling, I'm going to lift my elbows up because that didn't work. I'm just going to feel the muscles here that get pretty tight at the top of my shoulders. And start by tapping to invite some blood and circulation into the tissue and hydration. So keep tapping in the back and then start to work your way to the base of the neck, tapping. And then start to feel the skull, the base of the skull. And then work your way up to the head, top of the head, crown, forehead, temples. Breathing in and out, start to tune in to a deep, smooth, even breath. And then come back to the base of the skull. Just feel the bones back here. Okay. You can take your fingers to the center and just drag out. It'll feel really good for the back of the head. Okay. And then we're going to place the heel of the thumbs in the bony, below the bony prominence of the skull. It's like a perfect little shelf. So from here, I've got my hands interlaced behind the back of the skull. And what I want to do is find a long neck here. I want to feel like my hands are helping lift up the back of the head, keeping my chin parallel to the floor, and creating length through the back of the neck. Breathe into this space back here, lower your shoulders. Good. So we're going to start to press back into the hands and meet that with the hands pressing into the head. This is muscle energy technique. Holding that for 5 breaths. Breathing in and out. In and out. In and out. In and out. One last time. In and out. Release the hold here. Good. So now I'm going to release the front of the neck by pressing a soft fist into my forehead. I'm going to hold my elbow just to kind of, give myself a little shelf here so that my shoulders can relax. Same idea here, muscle energy technique. I'm going to start to press the forehead into the hand, meeting the hand with the forehead. It doesn't take any force. It's just an engagement. So you'll feel an engagement in the front of the neck. And we'll hold this meeting for 5 breaths. Breathing in, deep, smooth, even breath for 5 more breaths. Feel the breath move through the whole rib cage. Placing the awareness in the belly, breathing. Good, and then release that. Okay, so now we're going to release with the same idea, the sides of the neck. So a lot of the times the position of the head becomes forward, we start to slunge down, we get this bend in the back of the neck, and that creates lots of tension but also accumulation, so the energy just gets stuck there. And then it starts to come into the front of the neck as well. So this will be a helpful release for the sides of the neck. You're going to rotate, so keeping the same awareness, length in the back of the head, rotating over to the right shoulder. I'm going to place a soft hand at the cheek and jaw, and like I'm turning my head into the hand into the head, holding this engagement. You're going to feel these muscles turn on slightly. So I want to feel that engagement without force. Again, holding for 5 breaths. In and out. Deep, smooth, and even. Good. Release the hand. Rotate the head back to neutral. Feel the length in the back of that head. Shoulders releasing from the ears, which is hard to do. And then rotating the other way. Same thing here. I'm going to engage like I'm turning back the other direction and feeling this muscle turn on here. Holding again 5 breaths, deep, smooth, even breath. Multi-dimensional breath you feel in the abdomen and the back and the sides. Good, and then releasing that. So that's tuck neck reset. Now we're going to proceed into our shoulders. So this is something I really love for the tension between my shoulder blades, which also starts to creep in after a long day of writing my newsletter. So we'll start by just opening the arms wide. I'm going to pull back a little bit here, just face the camera. So my arms are going to be wide here. And then I'm going to wrap the right over left shoulder. So from here, I have my hands hugging the back of my shoulders, and we're all different shapes and sizes, but what you want to think about is just that the elbows are stacked, the arms are stacked, the elbows rest down, they're not held up, just resting down on your chest. And then start to breathe into the space between the shoulder blades. Just take a big breath in there, really fill up that space. And as you exhale, wrap and hug a little bit tighter. Inhaling into the space and the wrap like you're stretching through the back of the shoulder blades, and then exhale, hug, self-love hug. Really giving yourself that love and attention and breath into those spaces that get dense and tight and accumulated. Good. So you take 3 more breaths here. I'm just going to move on to the other side. Open the arms wide, palms are up. I'm going to lean my heart and head up to the ceiling, keeping the back of the neck long, and then wrapping the opposite way. So once you find the wrap, release the shoulders as much as you can. Feel the elbows dropping down. And breathe into the space between the shoulder blades, all that tight stuff, fill it with breath. Exhale, wrap and hug. Inhale, breathe in, expand. Exhale, self, love, and a hug. Good. Breathe in. Good. Opening the arms out wide now. Really stretch the chest. Keeping the back of the head long, tipping the heart and head up. And then we're going to exhale, round the back, draw the tummy in, really push through the shoulder blades. Do that a few more times. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Big breath in and out. Good. Now find the back of your chair. So you can find anywhere to hold on back there. Roll the shoulders back, squeeze the shoulder blades back to the spine, And then pull, kind of lean forward, still holding onto the chair. And breathe through the chest now. Try not to, compress any areas back there, but you feel a stretch through the chest. Breathe into that space. Good. And then slowly release your hands. And resume with more focus and energy. Thanks for tuning in.